So if you're clicking on this video thinking, there's just gonna be like another video where I'm a little annoyed and pretty much just ranting about stuff or something, you're probably right. And if you also think that I just want to stare at grass or have my viewers stare at grass for a few minutes, you're also right. Because grass is like something that actually makes me happy, I mean, look at these cows love being in the grass. Nice and windy for the trees. The sky's a little cloudy. Looks a little, like it's gonna rain, but it's still nice to run around and feel the grass, But let's get to the point to this video. So, if you read the title, you could tell in the title it clearly says "Rip Phone Again." And why? Well, that is really simple. I received my phone today. In fact, let me grab it. It's across the room. Okay, grabbed it. Grabbed the box that has my phone in. So, I have my phone, okay, right next to me. You probably can't hear me tapping it because it's like across my desk. But, I mean, why are you sad, dog? You got your phone. Well, my phone, when it died on me, I explained it in the video that I did for it. It was on Grass Simulator 2 as well. On how it died, that, one day I woke up, I thought this phone was, in sleep mode. It was turned off. Tried turning it on, and all I got was a black screen and a blinking blue LED that was the black screen of death. The phone just was in a boot loop, never to be worked again. Had to get shipped in for repairs. It's a brand new device too. Didn't even have it for so long, just a few months. The device has always been, treated properly, used in a normal way to answer phone calls and send messages and watch YouTube here and there occasionally, or sometimes Hulu or Netflix if there's nothing good to watch on YouTube. And that's pretty much it, right? Even use it to chat and be more active on Discord. Well, sadly, I received it back today. My phone is working again, which is the thing that makes me happy. However, the disappointing part about it is it has burn-ins, which was the original problem that I had with the device to why I first called Samsung about getting the phone, repaired or replaced, right? Even in the original video, I stated that, a few days before my phone died, I actually went to my phone provider that sold me the phone, asking them, if it's common that the device had burn-ins and all that, and they said that was a phone defect, right? Especially on a new device that's only been owned for a few months, And since it's under warranty, I was supposed to contact Samsung. However, 2 days after visiting, obviously my phone provider, my phone died officially because the motherboard failed on the device. So the battery got, replaced, the motherboard got replaced, and a few other stuff, connected, got replaced. And they repaired the device, but the screen was never replaced, even though it was listed on the repair form that it needed repairs for burn-ins. And now that I have the phone back, I have to contact them tomorrow, get a new shipment label, ship it back out, which will take 2 days. Then it will probably take 2 days after they received it for them to, actually start checking the phone, diagnosing it, repairing it, and then 2 days to go ahead and receive the phone. So pretty much I'm waiting the whole entire week, a whole week. Once again, just going through the same process of getting it repaired, but this time a repeat process to, getting the display fixed for burn-ins, or just get lucky and see if they're nice enough to give me a replacement, which makes me upset because I've been waiting all day today. Just got home not long ago from being in college, stuck there all day. I wanted to get home, grab my phone, which was supposed to be fully repaired, and just be able to pop in my SD card, right, that has a lot of my, YouTube, fan art photos and stuff like that, and some of my intros and outro videos, because I have some mobile editing software on the phone, because I used to go ahead and record games, like freaking Hungry Shark on the phone. right? And I could just edit some videos on the go, because that was kind of cool. Another thing is, like pop in my SIM, most importantly, so I could actually have my data and, be able to go ahead and make phone calls and receive messages and stuff like that. Be my main phone, because the temporary one I'm using at the moment, the middle of the screen, there's like a good 1-inch part of the screen where you're not allowed to actually use the screen. It works, you still see everything there, just like if it was normal, but when you try to go ahead and tap, swipe, if you're using a drawing app and you're trying to draw, you cannot draw because the screen is no longer responsive in the middle portion of the screen. And for a lot of apps, for example, like let's say maybe a bank application, you're trying to log in, you're trying to tap, to put in your username and then to tap to put your password in, right? You can't tap that part of the screen to even be able to have the text pop up so you could, type in your info to log into your account, because that screen doesn't work. And for some apps, you can always rotate your screen, and when you rotate it, it will allow you to go ahead and then tap, the very far right or the very far left section, and then you could go ahead and then rotate it back and start typing like normal. But for some apps, you can't do that, so you pretty much just can't use those apps because you have no way to log in unless you have a OTG cable and a USB mouse, and you plug that into your phone, and then log in that way, using a mouse to click stuff or tap stuff. And by the way, that only works if you're on Android. So if you're an Apple user and you try to use a mouse, good luck. That doesn't work because Apple's garbage and they don't have that feature. Only Androids do. But yeah, however, I know I could just do that, log into my account and just stay logged in forever and all that, but I don't want to do that, obviously, especially if it's like a banking account or whatever, because if I somehow accidentally lose the device, yeah, I don't want anyone getting a hold of that. But for now, at least it barely lets me send a message and make calls or receive messages and calls, so I'm okay with using my temporary phone a little longer. It's just disappointing how you get home, you receive a package in the mail, you realize that it's your phone getting repaired, or it's maybe a brand new one and it's a replacement, and then you open the box, turn it on, right, and the second you turn it on, you notice it still has issues, and it's disappointing. Besides that, good news about this is obviously yesterday I received my package for my new graphics card. I did an unboxing for that, and first thoughts on it, amazing. I love it. The best the best thing I could spend money on for like the last piece to upgrading my entire desktop. Yesterday, if you're on Discord and all that in my server, you probably may have noticed my account on Discord showing that I hopped on over like 30 plus games, and I ran a bunch of benchmarks, right? And every single game I tested and played, I was able to go ahead and easily max out the settings. And for like almost a lot of the games that I own, I will be way extremely over the 100 FPS mark. Some games will just be averaging around just 100, and there'll be maybe like 1 or 2 games that will go ahead and still be somewhere around like maybe 88, which is still really playable, because I'm on max settings, and if I just lower down the settings from like, let's say, ultra to like very high, or even just keeping it at medium, obviously the FPS will just go higher up. And it's nice to know that my PC is now fairly balanced. It's now a high-end build, which is quite nice, or a mid-tier or high-end build, and it's nice, to have this upgrade. And I would have not had it if it weren't for like the major support that I've been getting through this YouTube channel, and then also for just making a commitment to saving and budgeting pretty well, and just being patient, I guess, and then just not giving up on a dream that I had. I started off from getting my PC becoming like a pre-built, right? to now being a completely full custom build, because every single thing about my desktop is now custom, besides the case being the only thing that has not changed. However, I don't plan on changing the case, in fact, because I actually like the case that I have, because I find it to be a really nice case. And I mean, it's actually quite insane that I went from having just a pre-built PC. It lasted me a good year. In fact, it couldn't last me longer, but you know, it lasted me like a year, and maybe a little longer than a year actually, because I did for sure have it a little bit longer than just 1 year. Like, I will say a year and a half for sure. And, you know, from saving and saving, you know, and slowly getting parts, right, time by time, or even, well, technically, I didn't really do it that much slowly, actually. I kind of did it pretty fast, because I built the whole entire PC in, like, one go, and then the last thing I knew was the GPU. So I did it in two steps, and 2 is my favorite number, but what is it? I mean, I budgeted hardcore. Like, I mean, you know, I got performance per price pretty much, and also being my personal preference, you know, and what I want to go for, you know, what I do most often, you know. I put a lot of thought into my PC. I mean, I went through hours and hours of watching videos, reviews on every single part that I have, you know, making sure it was trusted hardware, you know. I went through hours of using some of the skills I learned from taking classes, and even gaining some of those certified certificates of me being certified working in computers and stuff like that, to make sure, you know, I'm getting myself something that I will be 100% happy for being my first custom build. And man, I'm just blown away that I made it, man. And for all those people out there that don't have a PC and, you know, want to get a custom PC, I mean, and you're trying, but, you know, money's an issue. Hey, just don't give up, man. You know, put $1 from every paycheck you get, maybe $2, $5, you know, put a little bit of something in the piggy bank, you know, hide it somewhere where you won't find it, right? Or just hide it somewhere where you're just not tempted to go constantly take it out and spend it on anything else. And over time, you will have, you know, you'll meet the budget that you're willing to spend. And then, while you save, spend hours to do your research for what you want your PC for. Whether you want to go ahead and play games only, maybe you were just thinking about going full Intel. Or if you want to record and play games, right? I mean, you can still probably go full Intel, but if you want to do maybe some heavy-duty stuff and just record, and you want to do some live streaming, AMD, I will say, will be a little bit better on that, because the CPU usage will be lower, and it's better on multitasking. So if you want to live stream, record, and play games, go that route. You even save some money on that end. Another thing is, you could think about, if you have a higher budget Intel, obviously. If you have a lower budget, you know, AMD, right? Or you could just go, and you could easily also mix a lot of stuff as well, too. I mean, you could have a AMD processor and have a NVIDIA GPU. You could get a Intel-based CPU, you know, PC, and have a AMD GPU because you want to save some cash on the graphics card or something. I mean, you just do your research, you know, go with your preference, you know, go with what you want. I mean, I went with my personal preference, and, you know, with what I want my PC used to for, you know, for me. I do a lot of video editing, I do some streaming, I record games. I mean, yeah. And also, I had a really tight budget, so obviously I had to go for the cheaper options while still keeping performance and still keeping quality, you know, in mind. But, man, I'm happy about my PC. Disappointed at how I got my phone, and I had to ship it back in again. And, you know, we get to go ahead and enjoy grass, because, you know, that's what we're doing, enjoying some grass. But that's really it for this video. This video might be uploaded kind of a little late, because, I mean, my file sizes for recording, since they're in like 1080p 60 and all that, even after rendering, they tend to be kind of big, and YouTube's really slow in uploading lately, because YouTube's been broken. So my apologies on that, but other than that, hope y'all enjoyed the video. This here will probably be the thumbnail. And peace out. #FURRYPACK. Hope to see y'all in the next, video or live stream. And yeah, that's about it. RARXD.